Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Raw Cloud. Today I wanted to tell you guys about an experience that I had. This is pretty much a past life type of a experience. Well, you guys remember the past life where I was working for the US as an intelligence officer, and I went into that past life of us infiltrating Hitler, one of the Hitler bases, when Hitler was ruling back in Germany. And this is the same type of past lives that I go into, where I am like an intelligence officer working for the US military. Well, in this experience, I don't know if I was I think I was still the same guy, but this was another past life experience where I'm just having downtime and I'm hanging out, and this was the early 60s. So I went from 1945, dealing with the Hitler type of stuff that was going on there, into going into being back in the US in the 60s, hanging out with the same guy, my same best friend that's in the Navy right now, where I was on this docking station. I went to go see him on the docking station. It's a Navy docking station right outside of Earth atmosphere, and it's cloaked. So for all the new viewers, go study my information, go back to the beginning, and then grow with me. You'll see how a lot of the things that I've been talking about since I've been out are now taking place. But within this past life, this had to be like the early 60s, of how people were dressed. And me and my best friend, we're just hanging out. And this is, like I said, same guy that I grew up with, here in my childhood. We both grew up here. Looked a lot better, but we all grew up here. Best friends. We didn't know that we will be doing, some very positive things to help humanity along the way. But anyway, in this past life, we're hanging out, and we're going into like this hangout spot, like back in the 60s, where you can go dance. They sell drinks, and we're just young folks hanging out. I don't know how young I was there. Could have been a lot older than the kids that were hanging out there. There was a lot of young kids hanging out in this spot. It had a jukebox, had a dance floor. You know how it was like back in the 60s. These certain places that you can hang out, just young people can go dance and have a good time. So we're in there, and these group of guys, they're kind of like taunting these two girls. And so as they're taunting these two girls, they're trying to get them to join in dancing and do, silly shit, for them, for their entertainment. And there's one guy, he's like in this burgundy suit, and he seems to be like a hard ass, some type of tough guy. And he's a tall guy, Caucasian guy. I think I could have been, I was Caucasian. I was the same guy that I was back when we infiltrated Hitler. Now, I was young. I was probably like 19. probably about 18, 19. Then I was blonde hair, blue eyes, and that's how we infiltrated Hitler base back in those days. But in this past life, you know, I'm having like downtime, and I'm hanging out with my Navy buddy, and like I said, this guy in the burgundy suit, he seemed like to be like this tough guy of his little friends. And I'm just watching him. You know, I'm just watching him. I'm watching him taunt these girls and, you know, getting them motivated to dance, you know, for their entertainment, their little group entertainment. And so the girls, they get on the dance floor, they started dancing, but they seemed nervous. They looked nervous and a bit pressured to, you know, dance for these guys. And so I say something, and this guy, he gets all, you know, antsy pantsy about it. And so I telepathically linked with this girl, and it was like she enjoyed the entertainment. At first, I didn't like how he was, you know, boasting her up to do something. You know, just by her facial expression, I was going off her facial expression, like she was nervous, like she was doing something against, you know, her will. But when I linked with her, as I'm about to tear into this guy's ass for doing this, I linked with her, and you know, she's doing like provocative type movements, you know, with her head, like she was you know, indicating that like she was like giving head or something. And so when I link with this girl, as she's dancing and doing all of these provocative things to appease these guys, I'm seeing that, you know, she's like downplaying it, like she really enjoyed the attention. Her and this other girl, she really enjoyed the attention. So I stopped wanting to whoop this guy's ass, like, because I was getting ready to snatch this guy up in this nice little brand new suit that he was wearing. But I moved on from thinking in that manner once I telepathically linked with this girl. Like, she really did enjoy the attention and you know, the guys and girls that were in there. There was like 40 people in there. Music playing loud and everybody dancing. Even these bonehead guys, you know, they're clapping for these two girls to continue on with this provocative, you know, movements. So, yeah, like when I linked with her, there was no need for me to pursue whooping this guy ass, because like I said, you know, she was downplaying it like it was against her will, when it really was not against her will. She was doing this all on her own. But anyway, guys, I got some new things that I'm going to be presenting to the channel. Me and Wolf Dragon have been doing some work, and I can't speak on all of it, but I will let you guys in on some of the things that he's, you know, creating. One of the things that he's creating is a version of me, but like in a comic book type of setting, and we're going to be showing you guys a sneak peek of the creations that he's doing. It's more or less like time jumping of how it's not my actual missions, but it is giving, it's going to be presenting a lot of what we are doing. And there's going to be like a team of jumpers, timeline jumpers, people that can time travel. It's going to be a version of what these actual missions of the White Hat Alliance have been actually doing, and it's going to be like a version of what my actual missions are, but it's not going to be the actual missions. I got something else coming later for you guys for that. I don't want to speak on it right now, but I have something else planned later. Wolf Dragon has been a major help to me. I consider, I trust him. You know, I trust this guy with my life. I consider him, you know, my brother. Like I said, he's been a tremendous help. He's very bright, and he's a vision. He can spiritually vision things, and they can manifest. There's other higher dimensional beings that he can see, like within the clouds, and they do come through. You guys know this. You can see faces within the clouds. You can see imagery within the clouds, and a lot of this stuff is how they come in and they manifest, and you'll just have this telepathic link to look up and look and see what type of imagery these beings are presenting themselves to you. Well, he does this spontaneously, and they communicate with him. A few months ago, I spoke with the Dragon Council, and I'll leave a link to that video of the me meeting up with the Dragon Councils, and you can see what happened within that same Dragon Council that I'm a part of. Well, they guard and protect over humanity and other realms. They guard and protect over the astral realm as well. These are the ones that we stomp out like reptilians and their clones. We literally just mess them up because, you know, the Dracos can say that they're dragons, but not to be disrespectful, they have stolen a lot of dragon, like legitimate dragon DNA, and they upgraded themselves to look the way that they do, like the royal Dracos or Draconians, you know, the ones that have wings. Well, they stole a lot of genetics from the dragons because they're able to go into certain realms and do what they've been doing, stealing genetics, making themselves better. Well, they did this to a lot of the dragons from these high dragon realms, dragons that I used to live as in other times within the past. You know, we haven't always been human. I talked about that. We have not always been human, and we live as many different beings. You know, I've been dragon, I've been avian, I've been Andromedan, I've been Lyran, Caucasian, and I've been other beings that I don't even know. I don't even remember the names. They're not even like in our the alien books at all. Like, there's a lot of beings out there that you guys won't even remember that you've been, because we know of all of these other beings, but there's a lot more than that. Yeah, but I've been like little small brown ETs with that don't look attractive at all, but have extraordinary psychic gifts. And I talked about the past life with me and higher dimension. You know, he's been at Arcturian, but I've had other past lives with him where we're other beings as well. But anyway, back to Wolf Dragon. He's been a tremendous help to me. And so I spoke with the High Dragon Council. I'll leave a link to that video for the new people that have not seen this Dragon Council video. Well, the same Dragon Council, I spoke with them because Wolf Dragon, he is a dragon, and he has a big heart, and I trust him. So I wanted to bring him in with their approval. And a couple of days ago, he showed me that this dragon showed up, and I explained to him that this particular dragon is checking him out by what I have presented to this Dragon Council. So he's under their protection. He's being approved to be a part of this Dragon Council to help with humanity and going into like the astral realms, being an astral realm guardian. But he's going to be receiving an award, and with that accepting of the award, then he will be brought in fully as a Dragon Council member. So he has to accept the award, and this particular award is going to be coming from overseas. I'm thinking maybe from Japan or China. So, and I'll let him make a video of his award when he receive it. Don't know how long it's going to be, because they are like handcrafting this particular award. You know, humans that are dragons and guard and protect over. These are dragons that represent the Christ light. People are not being told like the whole truth in this earth history, that a lot of dragons have been watching over humanity. You guys get like the negative version of these dragons, but there are like positive dragons out there. And I remember living as one and being in a dragon society in other realms where we watched over our family. And my mother was a dragon. My same mother that was here, my mother that was here, in a past life, she was my mother in this dragon realm. But nevertheless, I want to thank everyone here on the channel, and I got some good things that's going to be coming out that I want to present you guys with. Like I said, Wolf Dragon, he's helping me with a lot from behind the scenes. He's a brilliant guy, kind heart. Everybody know that Wolf Dragon has a kind heart, and he's always straightforward. So, and to all of my comrades out there as well, you know, I love you guys. All of my friends out there and everybody that's on the channel, I love you guys. I'm not watching a lot of the worldly events through the news media, but I am watching it through other means. You know, guys, tell me, what do you think is going on You know, how do you see things playing out? I always want your input on because you guys got a lot of knowledge. You know, D-Day has a lot of knowledge, and we've been sharing, you know, she's been sharing a lot of information with me. Francine has a lot of knowledge. She's been sharing information with me. Sharon has a lot of knowledge. You know, you guys are being moved spiritually, you know, and you guys are stepping into like your full mission. You guys are psychics, just like we are. You don't have to always be a super soldier or be in these psychic programs. You guys are naturally gifted. You guys are naturally powerful and can manifest, you know, and bring in information. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on what's going on. We all know that mankind is in between a war between ETs that want to free us and liberate us, and others want to control us and dominate because they see us as a resource. So I'm gonna be leaving you guys. Wolf Dragon sent me, you know, a short video of the dragon that showed up at his door. This is of the Dragon Council, and they will protect him from this point on. They're gonna be protecting him, watching over him. Like I said, when he receives his gift, if he approves of being a part of the council, because it's free will, can't force you to be a part of, you know, any group, but these are positive dragons that watch over Earth realm, and we've been doing this for a very long time. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys an image of what he sent me with this dragon of the High Council. Anyway, guys, it's a beautiful Monday. I'm enjoying today. It's nice outside. I love you guys. I'm with you guys. Share your thoughts and opinions on anything, and let's keep moving until Earth is liberated. Love, honor, and respect. Have a good day.